Hi students. Today we'll be moving to the development of surfaces. Up to previous lectures we have seen the section of solids and now we are going to development of surfaces. So what do you mean by development of a surface? Simply I can show you something for development of surfaces means see to if you want to make a pyramid prism, a pyramid or a prism or cone or cylinder, anything from a cardboard board. So if you are given a drawing sheet, see a drawing sheet or a cardboard board, you have to cut and you have to form a prism. See, I will show one prism and one pyramid. Then how you will be doing. See, keep in mind what I am going to say is, so you have to form a pyramid or prism. You have to form a pyramid, that is pentagonal pyramid. So let us have a pentagonal pyramid and a hexagonal prism. So how you will cut out an hexagonal prism from this? See, what I am going to do is I will draw an hexagon. First I will draw an hexagon. Roughly I am drawing. You already know how to draw an hexagon, right? Taking 120 degree and taking any edge. So I have drawn an hexagon. See, I have drawn an hexagon. Now I am what I am going to do is, see, I am going to draw faces. From each position I am going to draw faces. Now here, see, I am going to draw a face from here perpendicular. See, let it be 60 mm. Let it be 60 mm. Now what I am going to draw is, so I will draw a face here also perpendicular, same 60 mm height, same 60 mm height. Here also same 60 mm height. Here also will be drawing same 60 mm height x and same 60 mm height. Now what I am going to do is, in any one of this face I am going to draw another hexagon, same hexagon, the same hexagon, same side. I am going to draw the same hexagon. Now we will cut it by using scissors. You have to cut it. Now what you have to do, you have to fold it, and this will be on the up and this will form a hexagon. So actually this is the development means the whole surface is on your paper, whole surface. So a hexagonal prism consists of hexagon, a top base, a top base, a bottom base, and 6 rectangular faces. So we are representing, that is, we are opening the prism. That is the development. We are opening the prism in such a way that you are able to see the whole surface. That is called. So we are not following this method. We will be doing some other method. So you need to keep in mind that we are going to open up the prism, pyramid, cone and cylinder. Open up the prism, cone. That is, we are drawing the base and faces separately. We are drawing the base and faces. Now if you are having a pyramid, means what? A pentagonal pyramid. See, pentagonal. First we will draw a pentagon. Now what will you do? Draw the height like this, one, second height, third height. See, these all triangular faces will be same. Now you have to fold and form it. So this is the development of basically the development, but we are not following this method, so it will be difficult for us to draw like this. Instead, so some means we are drawing in another pattern in order to accommodate all this, that you will see while answering the question, accommodating all this, so that we can solve it easily. See, what we are going to do is, for prism, so instead of this, what will be going is, we will draw like this. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6, these 6 faces we will draw like this. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6, there is edges cutting, you will draw like this. See, so total faces will be here and that will be here. Now this also you can fold and hold it together, right? You have to fold here, fold here, fold here, fold here, and you have to make it. So you will be drawing development like this. Here pyramid means, instead of this, what you are going to do is, we will be drawing like this, 1 2 3 4 5. See, 1 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we will be drawing like this triangles all together. So this is what development means. Development is comparatively where development and perspective are the simplest. Considering your syllabus, these are the simplest topics. So kindly go through it. Development. Usually you will be able to solve the question on this. So we will start with the first question. How to draw? We will see how to draw a prism. See here they have given a pentagonal prism, 25 mm base edge and 50 mm height, resting on HP with one of its base edge perpendicular to VP. Resting on HP with one of its base edge perpendicular to VP. First we will draw the prism. First I am going to draw the prism. See. So I am folding like this. Using it like this. So pentagonal prism means resting on HP with one of its base edge perpendicular. So perpendicular means draw an edge. So first to draw XY line. We have drawn XY line. Now what you have to do? Draw an edge perpendicular to XY line. Draw an edge perpendicular to XY line. Now complete the pentagon. Simple, right? Taking 108 degree, draw two edges, that is all 25 mm, and complete the pentagon. So it's pentagonal prism with one of its base edge perpendicular to VP, right? Now height, you can find the axis like this. Light line, draw two light lines. We having axis and project it from here, and you can see this is your prism A, B, C, D, E, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. This one is A dash, B dash, C dash, E dash, D dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, E1 dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, E1 dash, C1 dash, and D1 dash. So you have completed the prism. Now they have told in the question that one of its base edge perpendicular to P and inclined 50 degree to HP pass. Sorry, there is a one of its edge perpendicular to VP and is cut by a section plane and is cut by a section plane that is perpendicular to VP. So we need not need that. Inclined 50 degree to HP. So cut by a section plane inclined 50 degree. So it's inclined 50 degree to HP means on front view it is cutting, passing through a point 8 mm from the resting base. Passing through a point 8 mm from the resting base, right? Passing through a point 8 mm from the resting base on the axis. Resting base on the axis. So you need to draw this axis here. So here cutting plane is passing through the axis. So 8 mm from the resting base. This is your resting base, right? This is your resting base. So take 8 mm. That is 8 mm. And on the axis, see, on the axis, take a line such a way that it is inclined 50 degree. So this line is inclined 50 degree. This you can already know how to draw it. See, 8 mm, mark 8 mm above the bottom base. This is your bottom base. So this bottom base is in the 8 mm model axle in the protractor. So protractor place, draw a line parallel to XY line here using pro circle. Then the light line. Then take this protractor and measure 50 mm and 50 degree and draw a line. And you will get like this. And it should basically it will be passing through this base. And it will be passing through this face. Now, so while drawing, keep in mind, so this will be darker. These portions will be darker. These portions will be darker. This will be light lines. Why we are cutting? And they have asked why. I am telling you next. Draw the development of lower portion of the prism. We have to draw the development of this lower portion. So you have to draw the development of this lower portion. Now I am going to develop it. Kindly see it. So I am extending this XY line. See, I am extending this XY line. Now what I am going to draw is I will project this top base. See, I will be projecting this top base. So I have extended XY line. I am extending the, say, draw a projection line like this. Now I will draw a perpendicular line, one perpendicular line here. See, I will draw one perpendicular line here. So this is actually same length, right? So you are having 5 faces, 5 rectangular faces. 5 rectangular faces, each will be 5 rectangular faces, each will be representing a height equal to height of prism and edge equal to base edge of the prism. So what you are going to do is, now you have to take base edge. See, take this base edge on compass. Take this base edge on compass. Take this base edge. That you need not take it from here. From here scale also you can measure 25 mm. Take 25. That is base edge is given 25 mm. So take 25 mm on compass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 5 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, all these rectangles are having same height, right? Same height as your prism. And so while drawing, you have to draw it lightly. What should be darker, I will tell you later. Now, so prism is having one bottom base and one top base, right? One bottom base and one top base. Now what you are going to do is, see, top base I will omit. Why? You have to draw the development of lower portion. Lower portion means what? This base, bottom base is above your cutting plane. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ കട്ടിംഗ് പ്ലെയിൻ്റെ താഴെ വരച്ചാൽ മതി, കട്ടിംഗ് പ്ലെയിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ വരയ്ക്കണ്ട. സോ ഈ മുകളിലത്തെ ബേസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കട്ടിംഗ് പ്ലെയിൻ്റെ മുകളിലാണ്. സോ ദ ടോപ്പ് ബേസ് ഈസ് എബവ് യുവർ കട്ടിംഗ് പ്ലെയിൻ and bottom base you have to draw. So bottom base, see, it is cutting here. So bottom base means you have means up to this point only you need to draw. That you will see later. Before that you have to name it. What you are going to name it? See, A, B, C, D, E, and this one is actually A itself. Repeating A, B, C, D, E, A. It will be joining, right? Similarly here A1, B1, C1, D1, E1 and A1. Now from here produce a pentagon. The same pentagon, 25 mm edge pentagon you have to draw. How you can draw? Take one note, say from here take 108 degree, draw a line 25 mm. So from here also take 108 degree, draw a line and complete that pentagon. Simple, right? So this is your development of full development of the prism, omitting the top base. Now you have to draw the lower portion, right? You have to find the lower portion. How to find that lower portion? I am going to tell you. See, here it is cutting here 1, 2, 3 points. It is cutting on 3 points. Here it is cutting on one face set, that is D dash D1 dash. Here it is cutting, and here it is cutting on E1 and C1, right? It's cutting on 2 faces. Now never consider the axis. I already told you axis is an imaginary line. There is no cutting point like this. Never. So you need not take this axis. Axis is an imaginary line. So, and this one is your base. So it is cutting on base. Now see what we are going to do. So first you will project the faces. Directly you can project. This is cutting on D1 means project from here to D1. See, D1. Similarly here it is cutting on which C1 and E1. So from here project to C1 and E1. See, you obtain 3 points, right? Now here it is cutting on base. Base means base is visible in top view, right? So you cannot take this distance. So for finding the distance, what you have to do it, project from here downward. See, project from here. It is cutting on 2 points. It is cutting on A, E and BC. So it is cutting on only on bottom base. It will not be cutting on A1, E1 and B1, C1. Why? It is cutting on bottom base, not on the top base. So ഇത് താഴെ മാത്രമേ കട്ട് ചെയ്യും, താഴത്തെ ബേസിൽ കട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുള്ളൂ, മുകളിലത്തെ ബേസിൽ കട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. താഴത്തെ ബേസ് ചെയ്താൽ ABCDE, മുകളിലത്തെ ബേസ് ചെയ്താൽ A1, B1, C1. So need not consider A1, E1 and B1, C1. Here our consideration only A, E and BC. So it is cutting on A, E and BC. So what you are going to do is, see, take this distance. So I'm taking the distance, that is E to A, right? So E to A, cut it here. It's the same distance I'm taking, cut it here. You will get from E to A, right? Similarly, I'm taking C to B. C to B means from here I have to cut C to B. Understood, right? Now, so you have obtained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can join all this. See, 1, 2, similarly 3, 4. This actually represents the development. This should be darker. This should be darker. All the others should be lighter. Now, base also there is some cutting, right? See, base you will be able to see this much portion. So you are removing this much portion. Bottom portion means you are removing this much portion, means this, each area portion, this small portion is also getting removed. That is, this small portion also should be getting removed. So similar to this here, you have to cut on EA, right? EA you have to cut. For that you have to name it. Here it is A, here it is B, means this will be C, this will be D, this will be E. Now you have to cut similar to that. That is EA, take EA. From here cut on EA, you will obtain a point here. Similarly from C to B, cut it here, you will get a point like this. And see, this one is actually representing your base. This one is actually representing. So this much only your base. So I have drawn this, but I am trying to change the view. See, now you are already understood how to draw it. See, actually you are having the bottom portion here itself. So if you are, instead of drawing pentagon here, you can draw it here. See, 1 here or here or here or here. Why? Because you will get a continuous. I will show you how you will be getting continuous. See, if you are drawing like this, means A, B, C, D, E. So instead of drawing here, I am going to draw here. Why? Because see, one figure of base is here and another figure of surface. So it is not actually a continuous figure, right? It is not actually continuous, it's breaking here. So instead I am going to draw it here, or you can draw it here, BC. Already space on the. So I am going to draw it here, A, B, C, D, E. Now similarly cutting, by E to A, if I cut, means already cutting, already that portion is here. See, E to A cutting is there. Now B, C to B I have to cut. What? C to B, this cutting, take this distance, cut it here. So, and complete this figure. Now see, you will get a continuous figure, right? See, this will be a continuous figure. See, this one is your dark portion and this one is remaining. So you will get a continuous figure. So it will be better to draw like this rather than drawing it. So on first attempt you will not understand this. That's why I have. As if you start drawing from here itself, means you will not understand what I am telling. So that for better understanding, I have drawn it here, and I have used the pen. That's why I cannot rub it off. So it will be better to draw on the bottom portion. So after drawing this figure, then you can draw this base. That will be more helpful. If you are using pencil, means you can rub it off and then you can make it. So it will be better viewing. See, continuous figure. Now we will be going to second problem. So I thought it's very simple, right? Now we will be going to the second problem, that is draw the development of hexagonal pyramid. Now pyramid, before starting the pyramid, I will tell you one important point that you have to remember. While drawing pyramid, write it somewhere on your notebook itself. While drawing pyramid, you have to check whether true length of face edge is visible or not. See, actually these all are true lengths, right? Then only it will join. So sometimes true length of this, if you draw the figure, you will not be able to see the true length sometimes. That we have already discussed, right? We will be rotating and projecting it. So how to check the true length, I will tell you now. So keep in mind, so I am keeping a note here. Always check true length of face edge is visible before starting development. So you have to check this. before starting development. How you have to check it? That is top view of any face edge parallel to XY line. That is top view of any of the face edges parallel means front view true length is visible. Now we will see how to find it. See, I'm going to tell how to find it. So draw the development of hexagonal pyramid 25 mm base edge, 50 mm height, resting on HP with one of its base edge perpendicular to VP. So resting on HP with one of its face edge perpendicular to VP. So here XY line, one of the face edge perpendicular means your hexagon will be like this. Right, your hexagon will be right, that is face edge perpendicular. Now you can see all the face edges from pyramid. So this will be, you have to draw this. Now height is given, complete it. Name it A, B, C, D, E, F, O, P, A dash, B dash, C dash, F dash, D dash, E dash, P dash. Now, how to check whether true length of face edge is visible or not? See, I'm going to, before starting this problem, I want to tell you something. See, while drawing this figure, you see, right side you need this much space. So you have to draw in such a way that right side there should be this much space. So in university question paper, your answer sheet will be like this, right? You have to place it like this, then only you will be able to draw the development, right? Also notebook also you have to place the section. You need section you can draw directly, but solids and development means you have to follow the landscape model rather than portrait model. Landscape model for section, so development and solids, professional solids. Now see what you are going to do is, see now how to check face whether true length is visible, right? You are having 5 face edges here. Name it AP, BP, CP, DP, EP and 6 face edges, right? EP and FP. There are 6 face edges. So top view is here. Check whether any of the face edge is parallel to XY line. See, AP is inclined to XY line, BP is inclined to XY line, CP is inclined to XY line, DP is inclined, EP is inclined, FP and CP are perpendicular, and other 4 are what? Inclined to XY line. So true length is not visible. So how true means, you'll be worrying means it's true. I'm telling true length is not visible. So how if true length is visible? So I will draw the same hexagon in another fashion. See, so here I have drawn hexagon like this, that is its face edge is parallel. Now this will be your axis. If my name is A, B, C, D, E, F, A dash, then I will be naming A dash, D dash and P dash only. See here, FP is inclined, EP is inclined, BP is inclined, CP is inclined. These 4 are inclined, but AP and DP are parallel, right? AP and DP are parallel to XY line. That means D dash, P dash and A dash, P dash both are showing the true length, right? See, these 2 are showing the true length. So AP and DP parallel means these 2 are showing the true length. So in this case, you need not worry about true length. This edge itself is true length. So from here itself you can start drawing the development. But in this case, true length is not visible. So what you have to do is draw a light line parallel to XY line, rotate like this. Now what you have to do is project upwards and find the true length. See, this will be your true length. So this will be your true length, right? So I am lightly marking like this. Actually this will be representing your true length. This will be representing your true length. This will be representing your true length. So now I'm going to draw the development. So before that, some cutting is there, right? Perpendicular to V, cut by a section plane perpendicular to VP, inclined to 60 degree, passing through left extreme base edge. Left extreme base edge is AB, right? Left extreme base edge is AB, so it is passing through A dash, B dash. So it is very simple. It is passing through this point. We have already seen the problem like this. So you can place a protractor on XY line, take 60 degree, and draw the section plane. See, this will be your section plane. That is, it is inclined 60 degree. So already you obtained the section plane. Now you have to draw the development, right? What I am going to see, first you have to take the compass. Now what you have to do is, with the P dash as center and a true length as radius. Check here, I am not taking C dash, D dash, I am taking the true length. If in this question you can take P dash, D dash as the radius, because it is true length. The true length ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ അത് തന്നെ എടുത്താൽ മതി. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ true length അറിയാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ true length കണ്ടുപിടിച്ചു. So take true length as radius, draw an arc like this. Take true length as radius, draw an arc like this. So take true length as radius and draw an arc like this. So I have drawn an arc. Now I am going to see what I am going to draw. This should be light arc. Now take base edge. That is, base edge is already given, right? Take base edge as 20. So take 25 mm on compass. Cut here. 1, 2, 3. So you have to cut like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, sometimes it will be moving more than 180 degree. According to the base edge, it will be moving more degree. So that's why I have drawn this little bit down, right? I have taken a little bit down because I need a distance on top portion to cover this. So that's why I did. So this should be, you will be doing little bit down. That is, this hexagon should be on the lowest portion of the paper. Then only you will be able to complete this. This you can draw in portrait form rather than landscape. ഇത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നേരത്തെ ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെ വെച്ച് വരച്ചാൽ മതി. ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെ നോട്ട് ബുക്ക് വെച്ച് വരയ്ക്കണം. ഇങ്ങനെ ആക്കരുത്. ഇങ്ങനെ. So portrait form only you have to follow. Now see, now what I am going to do is, next point is very important one. You will know usually while viewing the answer sheets in university, we usually come across this problem. 90% of the students will forget about this. See, actually these are curve, right? We have to draw triangle. Triangle does not have any curve. So first you have to draw lines passing through this point. So this is 25 mm lines, right? This is 25 mm lines. So first you have to draw, this curve should be line. So this line usually student will forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, 6 triangles. Now how to draw the triangle? See, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Now you need not take this distance. Instead you can take a distance away and you can start. This true length will be, keep it true length there itself. So in this problem what you can do is, now draw a line like this, arc like this. First draw a line, start from here, 1, 2, 3. Otherwise these two edges will be same, so it will be confusing for you. If you consider this as one edge also, no problem. Here we have here our top view and true length are different, so you can start from here. If true length is directly given, means what you can do, first to draw an edge, means draw on edge. From there itself you can start that in such a way that this figure is not touching the front view and top view. You should understand, right? What I am telling is, see, if you start from here itself, means your development and your right edge will be the same line. Instead what you have to do, you have to start from a point other than here and then mark in such a way that means you will get like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, first triangle is like this. That is your face edge is. While drawing cone I will tell you how to draw that. Now we have drawn the 6 edges, right? Now what you are going to do is you have to find the cutting points, right? You have to, if you are drawing the lower portion, means you have to find the cutting point. So always here cutting points means we have to project to the true length, right? So always project it to the true length, then only you can find the point. See, first point means here, first point on this point I will be projecting it to the true length, first point here. Before that I have to name it, right? So this one is your A, this one is your B, C, D, E, F, A, and this one is your P, right? Now now we will be projecting all these to your true length. So from here project like this, from here also project like this, from here also project to the true length. So we have projected it through the true length. Now I am naming it here. So this point is representing what? Actually it is representing A dash, P dash and B dash, P dash. So I will project it to here. It is cutting on A here and also B here. So here it is cutting on A, B. So 3 points I have already got, right? 3 points. Which are the 3 points? First point is here, second point is here, and the third point. A is the we are having 2 A's, so I am projecting it to here. Now second is here, it is cutting like this, project it to true length. See, I am projecting all to the true length. I am projecting all to the true length. So now project it to the true length. Now I have to rotate it. See, I have to rotate it. Now it is cutting on which all point? Is cutting on C dash, P dash and F dash, P dash. These two lines are representing C dash, P dash and F dash, P dash. So it is cutting here. So cut, project to the true length, rotate to C dash, P dash. So it is here C dash, P dash and F dash, P dash. So we have obtained on C dash, P dash and F dash, P dash, right? That 2 points you have obtained. And finally it is cutting here on which point? D dash, DE, D dash, P dash and E dash, P dash. So rotate. You have to rotate like this. Here also you have to rotate. How to rotate? See, with the P as center, just rotate that. So rotate to which points? D and E. So we will be rotating this point to D and E, means it will be cutting here and cutting here. So you obtain the points. Now you have to join. So first point is here, second point is here. So third point is here, right? Third point is here. Fourth point is here, fifth point is here, sixth point is here, and the last point is here. See, so first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have drawn. This will be your development. There will not be any curves in this figure, only lines. So all these should be lines. There will not be any curves. So we haven't completed. You have to draw this base also. See, it is cutting here, means it is cutting on this corner. So it is never cutting on the base. Basic cutting the AB lude pass here. So base is fully there. So draw the base fully. It will be better to draw it here. Here or here, no problem. So here itself you can draw, or for better you can draw it here. Here somewhere. So roughly I have drawn. Draw your hexagon here. Somewhere on this point, draw an hexagon, complete this. So this will be your development of pyramid. So while drawing the development, what you have to do is first check whether a true length is visible. If not, true length is not visible, means that is why if any of the phases this is not visible, means you have to rotate and make it parallel and complete it. You understood, right? Then while finding the points, you have to project all the cutting point to the true length. Then you have to rotate. Then you will get the corresponding points. I hope you have understood that. You will see one more in a bit. I think it will be a bit confusing for you. For that purpose, I will tell you a different method. Means if it is means all the figures are congested, means I will tell you something different. See that we can see in corn. So your pyramid will be like this. Instead, see your pyramid will be like this. Your section plane will be like this. Now true length. Rotate the true length, project it. So this will be your true length. So already you obtained true length. So instead of drawing here itself, instead you can draw is, see, draw a line, horizontal line. See, draw a horizontal line parallel to XY line. Now place your what roller scale here and draw a line parallel to this line. See, so instead of drawing here, what I am drawing is, I have drawn a line parallel to true length, that is two parallel lines here. So these, I have just moved this line to here by drawing just two parallel lines. From here I can construct it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can project line to this true length, and you can rotate and find. It will be nice for you. We will see this in cone. While drawing cone, we can see this. Now we will move to the third question. Third question is saying a frustum of square pyramid. So here instead of development, to draw a frustum will be a different thing for you. Frustum of square pyramid means how to draw a frustum of square pyramid. See, I will draw XY line here. You have to draw the frustum. So in this question I will be doing what I told in the previous question. See, frustum of square pyramid of bottom base edge 50 mm. Bottom base edge 50 mm. So they have told bottom base edge is 50 mm and top base edge is given, and also height of the frustum is given. So first we will start with the bottom base edge. Bottom base edge is given as 50 mm. So it's frustum of cone means what? Frustum of cone means something. You see, if you have a square pyramid like this, what we are means we will be cutting here like this. We will be cutting here in such a way that you will be obtaining a figure like this. See, similar to a bucket shape. A top base will be there, a bottom base will be there. So you have cut a square pyramid. So if you cut a cone, you will get a bucket. You usually means if the bucket we will be using in bathroom is a frustum of cone. Instead of circle, if it is removed by a square, means if it is replaced by two squares, means it is frustum of square. So they have given frustum of square pyramid of bottom base edge 50 mm. So you can draw bottom base edge as 50 mm. Complete it, right? It will be easy for you. Now we will project corresponding top view will be here. Now they have given top base edge 30 mm, right? So top base edge they have given. So you have to find the center. Draw two light lines, diagonals, and find the center. Draw two light lines and find the center. Now you have to draw a square inside like that, inside in it of 30 mm height. So 30 mm edge will not be very easy, means to draw you it will be not very easy. Instead what you can do is, so you have already drawn these light lines, right? So take draw a 30 mm square outside, find the diagonal, so half of the diagonal. Now cut it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get 4 points. You can draw the square of 30 mm. See. Now here this up to this point it is visible. Like inside it will not be visible, but these 4 edges up to this corner it is visible. Inside it is light line, but outside it is visible. So it's your top view. Corresponding front view means you have to project from here. See, this will be your top base. Bottom base is 50 mm and the top base is 30 mm, and height is given as 35 mm. So from here take 35 mm length on compass, see, and complete this. This is 35 mm, means you will be drawing like this. See, very simple, right? So take 35 mm, draw a line, draw two lines. These two lines is representing 35 mm, that is top base, and draw this trapezium that is of 35 mm of height. So you have completed this. Now, in order to draw the frustum of cone, you cannot directly draw it. Instead, what you have to do is first to draw the axis. Now, project this one, lightly project in order to find the height of the pyramid. So, you have to complete this pyramid. See, you can extend, directly extend. See, you can simply extend this. Simply extending this will touch the axis and we will get the pyramid. Now what I am going to do is, here also see, if it is a pyramid means this will be one facet, this will be one facet, this will be one facet, this will be one facet. These four are in inclined position, so you are not able to view the true length. So what you have to do, rotate and find the true length. See, this will be representing your true length, right? This will be representing your true length. Here what I am going to do is, you have to name all this. Before that, which I have asked, instead of starting from here, I am drawing it separately. What I am going to do is draw a horizontal line parallel to xy line. So I have drawn a horizontal line parallel to xy line. Already there is xy line. Now see, place roller scale like this and draw movie like this. That is draw a line parallel to this line here. See, actually this line is parallel to this line. So actually this line, these two lines are parallel, right? These two lines are representing same line. So for that we have drawn a line horizontal, that is parallel to xy line. Now what you have drawn is, draw a line parallel to your true length. So you have drawn a line parallel to your true length. Now what you can do, so this, now the development is separated from your front view and top view. Now from here itself draw, rotate, right? See, from here itself you have to take a compass, rotate it. Now facet, you already know facet, right? So bottom facet, that is 50 mm. Take 50 mm, cut it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have already obtained 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Now I am repeating, you are representing here triangle, not a curve. So don't forget to draw this line. Then your answer will become, you will not get marks, you will get only 0 marks. So you are not representing cone, so there should not be any curve. So draw this line. Now you can name it A, B, C. See if it is A, B, C, D, A, then it is P. Now what you have to do, project this to here. Now project this to here. Similarly rotate. See, you have to rotate like this. You have to rotate like this. Actually it is horizontal plane, it is cutting fully. So it is cutting 1, 2, 3, all the points it is cutting. So here also draw lines, draw edges, 1, 2, 3, 4. So completed. It's very simple, right? Usually it asks in the universities. See, it's very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what you have to do? You have to draw two rectangles also. One is here. See, bottom base of 50 mm you have to complete. Top base of 30 mm also you have to complete. See, two squares are also there. This will completes our third question. It's very simple, right? So first term we have drawn first. So then we have found out the height of the pyramid and we have completed it. I think it's very simple for you. Now what the only thing you have to remember, I have changed. See, in order to make the development and our orthographic projection separate, I have drawn a parallel line. On the previous question also you can do like this, no problem. On the previous question also you can do like this. Now we will move to the fourth question. Fourth question is what? Development of a cylinder, right? Fourth question is development of a cylinder. See, draw the development of a cylinder of diameter 50 mm and height 60 mm. So directly you can draw. XY line is here. Draw a circle of radius equal to 50 mm. circle of radius equal to 50 mm. Now divide it into 8 equal parts. Lightly draw lines, 8 equal parts, then project upwards. Height is given 60 mm. Complete the front view. Here also draw light lines, and name it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Similarly, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1, G1, H1. So here A dash, B dash, H dash, C dash, G dash, D dash, F dash, and E dash. Similarly, A1 dash, B1 dash, H1 dash, C1 dash, G1 dash, D1 dash, F1 dash, and E1 dash. So name it. Now it is cut by a section plane inclined 30 degree to HP, passing through the midpoint. Axis is here itself, right? Axis is here. So find midpoint, that is take 30 mm. Take the midpoint means 30 mm here. So take 30. Already 60 mm height means half of 60 is 30 mm. So here you have taken 30 mm. Now it is inclined. Inclination is already given. How much is inclination? Inclination is 30 degree, right? So take from here, take 30 degree, draw a line. So you have drawn the section, cutting section also. Now how to draw the development? See, think about it. If you open a cylinder, it will be a rectangle, right? If you open a cylinder, it will be a rectangle of height equal to height of cylinder and with breadth equal to height of cylinder and length equal to what? Circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r. So here take 2 pi r and we will be drawing. So first I will draw a line parallel to this line, and I will draw one line here. From here I am starting. Now take 2 pi r. You have to calculate it by your own. 2 pi r. 2 pi into radius is equal to not 50. 2 pi r. Radius equal to 25. 2 pi into 25. You will get the length. Complete the cylinder. Complete the cylinder. Now you have to divide it into 8 equal parts. So how to divide it into 8 equal parts? I am going to tell you how to divide it into 8 equal parts. Listen carefully. What I am going to do is, I will draw a line, light line. See, I will draw a light line parallel to this line of known length. Here 2 pi into radius, let it be equal, approximately equal to I think 157 or something. 157. So I am going to draw a line of 16 mm. Here I am going to draw a line of 16 mm. See, this line is actually 16 mm. So this line is actually representing 116 centimeter. So I have drawn a line of 160 mm. I have drawn a line of 160 mm. No need of marking this 160 mm. So 160 I have taken. Why I have taken 160 I will tell you. So I have taken a distance nearer to 157 in such a way that it should be divisible by 8. I have to divide it into 8 equal parts. So 160 is easily divisible by 8. 20 equal parts. 8 equal parts, right? So take 2 centimeter each and divide it into 8 equal. That you can already on scale you can measure and you can divide it into 8 equal parts, right? How? It's 160, right? 160 means take 20 mm each, 20 mm and divide it into 8 equal parts. Now what I have to draw is, see, join this point and your end point. Join these 2 points. Now if you have a roller scale, it will be easy. If you are using set square, means you have to place set square like this, one set square like this and another set square and move like this. See, in order to draw the parallel line. See, if you have a roller scale, means you can all easily roll. So draw lines parallel to this line from all these points. Draw line parallel to this line through all these points. See, Now you will get 8 equal parts. So you have divided into 8 equal parts. So draw a line of known length. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു ലെങ്ത് ലൈൻ വരയ്ക്കുക. എങ്ങനെ അറിയാവുന്ന ലെങ്ത് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ 157 അടുത്തായിരിക്കണം, നിയർ ടു 157, ആൻഡ് ആൾസോ എന്താ, also it should be divisible by 8. You have divided into 8 equals. So 157 അടുത്ത് 160. So 160, take a line taking 160. This angle is actually, you can take any angle, 30, 40 or any angle. So no need to worry about angle. Just draw a line taking any arbitrarily any angle. At any angle you draw a line. So it will be better if you draw more than 30 degree and minimum less than 60 degree. In between 30 and 60 means it will be easy for you. Otherwise, if you draw 5 degree and all means you will not be able to draw. Small angle means it will be very difficult for you to draw parallel lines. Larger means it will be very shabby. So in medium you take any angle. So 160 mm. Divide this known line. ഇത് 160 ആണ് നമുക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന, അതിനെ 20 വെച്ചിട്ട് 8 ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് സിമ്പിളായിട്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യാം. So join two end points. You have got one line. So draw lines, that is 20 mm line already marked to the 20 mm points you have marked. From each point draw parallel lines, and you have found. Now from these points, these are our 8 equal parts of your lines. So draw lines. One, this should be light line because these are not edges, these are generators. Cylinder does not have any edges, so these lines should be light lines. These lines you have drawn should be light lines. Now simply project. See, it is cutting here on E1, right? So name it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and A. Above A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1, G1, H1 and A1. So here it is cutting on EE1. So project to EE1. It is cutting here. Here it is projecting to CC1 and GG1, right? So no. So here it is cutting on FF1 and DD1. See, cutting on here and here. Here it is cutting on CC1 and GG1. CC1, GG1, and it is cutting on B and H, right? B, H, and here it is cutting on A. A is here, and there are two AA1s. Don't remember, here is also AA1. This one is also AA1. Now here onwards, for cone and cylinder you will not having edges, instead you will be having curve. So draw a smooth curve passing through these points. You will get a smooth curve. See, so this will be development of your cone. This will be dark, this much should be only dark, and from any point here take any point and draw a circle also, because bottom circle is there, top circle you have cut and remove. So this completes the development of cylinder. Now we will move to development of cone. With this we will end this lecture. So and we will see, so only these four different types are there, and from next lecture we will see some different type of, that is application type problem on development, that is hand moving problems, hole drilling problems, etc. These are only so basic idea is over, only this much is there. So how you feel it? I think it's very simple compared to other modules. So we'll move to the last problem. A cone of base diameter 30 mm and a height 60 mm. See here, draw XY line. Sorry, placing like this. So cone of 50 mm diameter and height 60 mm. So I am dividing it into 8 equal parts. Name A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now project. This will be your axis, will be here. Height is given. Here also draw light lines. This will be a light line, this will be a light line, and this will be also light line. A dash, B dash, H dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash and P dash. So you have drawn a cone. Now it is cut by a horizontal section plane 15 mm from apex. So apex is 15 mm. So horizontal section plane, right? So from here take 15 mm. Take 15 mm and draw a section plane horizontal, that is parallel to xy line. So on the center line take 50 mm. So on this straight line, right, on this axis line take 15 mm, draw a line horizontal to parallel to xy line. It's very simple, right? Now, so to remove the top portion, so this section is removing the top portion of the cone. Now they have told that an auxiliary inclined section plane inclined 50 degree to HP passing through the axis at a distance of 5 mm from bottom base. 5 mm from bottom base. So see here it is axis, right? So take 5 mm from above. Take 5 mm, right? You have to take 5 mm. So this one is 5 mm. So draw a line in this 5 mm. So how much? On this central line take 5 mm. Take 5 mm. Now take protractor, draw a horizontal line, draw protractor, measure, that is 50 degree. Take 50 degree and draw a section plane. See. So actually this angle is 50 degree from bottom base to remove the bottom portion. So this bottom portion is removed. So you have to draw this much portion. So dark area is, so you have to draw this much, 1 2 along this section line, this much along this section line. So you have to draw this portion. So you are removing the bottom portion and top portion by two different lines. So now you have drawn all this. Now how to draw the development of cone? It's a different thing. So see, it's you are not given any edges, all right. So for that there is a formula. So you have to find theta. Now theta is equal to 360 into r by slant height sh, or I am taking it as 360 into, same naming it is a OP, 360 into d dash, 360 into EP divided by E dash P dash. 360 into EP, that is this EP divided by E dash P dash, that is radius is this much distance, right? Radius, slant height is you have to measure from here. Slant height you have to measure from here. So slant height will not be in the question. So 360 into 25 divided by E dash P dash. This you have to measure. This you have to directly measure from the question. So you will get the theta, 360 into r by slant height. So always remember you have to take either of P dash, E dash or P dash. So either of the slant height. That is, there is two slant height, right? This one is first slant height, this one is second slant height. Now, so theta you will obtain. Now you have obtained theta. Now what you have to do is, see, similar to pyramid, I will draw a horizontal line here. Now what? So for better drawing, I will draw a line parallel to this line. See. So this same line I have drawn it here. Now what I am going to do is, see, I will draw an arc. See, I will draw an arc. I will draw an arc like this. I will draw an arc like this. Now what I am going to do is measure theta. See, with this as center. See, this is your center point. This is your P, right? With the P as C on this line, place like this. Now measure theta. Let some angle will be there. I don't know. I haven't calculated the angle. Take that angle and measure the angle. See, up to this point you have to draw the arc. So you have completed this. So actually this one equal to your theta. This one is actually your theta. Now you have to divide this into 8 equal parts. So usually in many of the textbook they will be dividing cone into 12 equal parts in some textbook. I will prefer 8 equal parts. Why? Means here it will be very easy for you to divide it into 8 equal parts. See, what I are going to do is first divide it into 2 equal parts. How? Take more than half of this, cut an arc here, same distance, cut an arc here, see, like this you will get, this will be half. So from P join that point, this will make it half. Similarly, now take these two arcs and divide it into two equal parts. How? Take more than half of the distance. Take more than half means actually half of the portion will be somewhere like this. See, this distance is more than half, right? Take more than half. How to bisect a line? Same point. Cut an arc from both the ends. From here also, from here also, you will get two arcs like this. Now join that point to, sorry, rub off this up to that point only. What I'm telling is, I will tell you, see, if you have a line, how to bisect that line. If you have a line like this, A, B, how to bisect that line? Take half, more than half distance. Take more than half distance. See, take more than half distance. More than half means പകുതി എത്ര നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏകദേശം അറിയാമല്ലോ, പകുതിയൊക്കെ കൂടുതലായിരിക്കണം. അത്രയുള്ളൂ. പകുതിയൊക്കെ കൂടുതലുള്ള എത്രയെങ്കിലും ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് എടുത്ത് ഒരു ആർക്ക്, ഇത് രണ്ട് സൈഡിൽ ഇവിടെ ഒരു ആർക്ക് വരയ്ക്കുക. അത് കണക്ക് അതേ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് വെച്ച് ഇവിടുന്ന് ഒരു ആർക്ക് വരയ്ക്കുക, ഇവിടുന്ന് ഒരു ആർക്ക് വരയ്ക്കുക. സോ ഇവിടെ രണ്ട് ആർക്കുകൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടും. ഇവിടെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യും. ഈ രണ്ട് പോയിന്റും കൂടെ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബൈസെക്റ്റിംഗ്. Here arc means the difference is already one point is here. You need to one corresponding you find one point only. Here you have to find 2 points. So you have to find only. Similarly, you can find the half of it. Now next you are having 4 edges. Now you can find half of all these curves. See, same portion, same method. You can. I'm not explaining it anymore. So you already know how more than half take. You can divide it. Now you have divided this into 8 equal parts. These all lines should be lighter lines. Only these two lines. All first, while drawing, firstly you have to draw it lightly. Then only finally you have to draw it dark. Now name it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and A. This will be your P, right? Now, so how to draw? How to find the corresponding projections? See. Now it's a horizontal plane, right? So project up to this true length here. Now actually it is horizontal means it is cutting fully. So rotate it. So you will get like this. A curve by rotating. How? Simply by using compass, rotate it. So you have completed that portion. Now second portion is cutting here. See, it is cutting 1, 2, 3, 4 is on base, right? 4 is on base. Now how to draw? First portion is cutting here. It is cutting on E dash P dash. So first I am going to project all this. See, E dash P dash. Now next one is here only, second one, third one is here. These 3 lines are there. Here it is cutting on E dash P dash. Now what I am going to do is, with the P as center, project it to EP. See, rotate, lightly rotate it to EP. So you have found out that point. Now second point, here it is cutting on this edge, that is D dash P dash and F dash P dash. So correspondingly rotate to D dash and P dash, cutting here and here, right? D dash and F dash, sorry, D dash P dash and F dash P dash. And third point is cutting on C dash P dash and G dash P dash. So third point is cutting on C dash and G dash, here C dash and G dash. So corresponding by rotating all these to corresponding face edges, we have found out the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Now it is cutting where? Now it is cutting on. Now it is cutting on where? Now it is cutting on base. So it is very difficult to find the base. I'll tell you. I'll be telling you an approximate position. Basically, this is actually not the correct position. Correct method means you have to find the theta, then you have to reproduce. I'm not going for that. So simply I'll tell you an easy method. Actually, it is not the correct method. It's an easy method. So I'll project to the base here. See. Base it is cutting here and here. Now take the largest, never take the smallest distance, take the largest distance on compass. See, GH, it's the largest, right? G to distance. From H it is smaller. So from H, G I am taking this distance from G to H. So G to H I will cut like this. See, on base G to H I will cut like this. Similarly, C to B it is cutting here. So C to B I am cutting here. So you have got a point here and a point here on base. Draw a smooth curve passing through these points. It should be a curve, not a line. It should be a curve. Actually, it should be a curve, a smooth curve passing through these points. So actually this is your darker line. This is your development. So the lines inside this should be lighter. Otherwise you just rub it off. Just rub it lightly, rub it off means it will become lighter. So this will be your development of the surface. See, from here. This much is your development. Now, one more thing is there is also a circle downwards. So draw a circle from here. Now how to draw a circle? It will be very difficult for you. Means how to passing through a point, right? So see, I will extend this line and tell you how to draw. I will extend this line. Now what you take 25 mm radius and then complete the circle. It will be easy for you. Extend this line. Take 25 mm here. Now 25 means it will be passing here, right? So draw a line, circle, complete the circle. Divide it into 8 equal parts. It is D means D, E, F, G, H, A, B, C here, right? Similarly, the same portion you have to draw. What you are remaining, your portion is only this much. So you are moving this much portion means you are remaining this much portion. So you have to cut AH. You have to cut on H, G, H and C, B. So this much is actually your circle. This much only the circle. The other is what? Lighter. This much. So for continuation, how you can draw? For if you want to continuous means you can draw circle either on this point or on this point. That is either on H or either on B. You can draw. You get a continuous circle. So continuous circle is not actually fully visible. See, this much portion of circle only is visible. How to find this? See, simple. It is cutting here from G to H, right? Same which you have drawn here. G to H cut here. Similarly, C to B cut it here, and you can obtain this one. So you have drawn, completed the figure. We will see some application level question in the next video. Try to complete it as early as possible. Thank you.